Assalamu alaikum. Hi everyone, this is Khalid. Thanks ever so much to each and everyone that come back and watch our videos to learn and grow with us. Many people say many things about grammar. Some people say grammar is necessary. Some people say grammar is stupidity. Some people say grammar is a trap. Some people say grammar creates frustration. Grammar creates problems. Grammar helps you learn English. Many people do not choose grammar. Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about the topic, and that is grammar a trap or a lifeline? As some people do not support grammar, but on the other hand, a large number of the people defend grammar. In this video, we are going to explore both sides of the coins, grammar as a trap and grammar as a lifeline. And by the end of this video, I hope to give you a clear perspective on how grammar fits into your language learning journey as a trap or as a lifeline. Okay, now let's start why some learners might feel grammar as a trap. Point number one of grammar as a trap: over-analyzing the grammar rules. One of the biggest issues is over-analyzing the grammar rules, the utter value of grammar rules. Parts of speech, tenses, modal verb, passive voice, articles. It feels like endless. So many learners, they get confused to use them in the real situation, in a real time. And sometimes that can lead to analysis paralysis. Why is analysis and paralysis? Actually, the situation, the feeling that when you are over-analyzing the language perspective, that you are unable to think or decide how to speak something. That is, analysis paralysis. For example, you want to say one simple sentence, and that is, I went to the store. Now you are confused that it should be to a store or into the store or at the store. Should I use past simple, past perfect, or present perfect to talk about this? As you are over analyzing the rules, you stop speaking with the confusion and you get stuck in the trap. Point number two of grammar as a trap: fear of making mistakes. This is a dangerous one. The constant pressure to be grammatically correct all the time can lead to a fear, that is fear of making mistake. You know what happens when you are afraid of making mistake? You stop trying. You stick to simple sentences, limiting your expressions. And this fear is a huge barrier to your fluency and the richness of the language. Point number three of grammar as a trap: problem of misunderstanding. Well, sometimes when some learners do not understand grammar, or somehow their grammar teacher do not teach them grammar properly, so as a result, sometimes they consider grammar as a monster, or they consider grammar as their enemy, and finally they lose their interest. Now it's clear how somehow grammar might feel a trap. Now flip the coin and look at the other side. Now let's explore why grammar, when it is approached correctly, is a lifeline. Well, in countries like Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, India or China, where English is not the mother tongue, it is not a natural language, it is intentional language. And intention needs method, direction and guidance. So no, not at all. Grammar is not a trap, it is a lifeline for serious learners. Point number one of grammar as a lifeline: grammar is necessary in non-native countries. First of all, we must accept the truth that English is not our mother tongue. We do not grow hearing it in streets, home, school. But in contrast, in English native countries, people observe it 24/7. But here we gotta learn it by design, by the grammar rules. So when someone says, just observe it, just pick it up, I respectfully disagree, because observation works when the language surrounds you. In our situation, we simply get enrolled in any institute where grammar teacher help us to understand grammar rules and also help us to practice with the help of conversation, discussion, debate and speech. And gradually, slowly, we start speaking with the confidence. And this is how grammar enters as a lifeline, not a trap. Point number two of grammar as a lifeline: why self-research alone is difficult. Well, let me tell you one thing categorically, that researching and learning a language by observing your own mistake is like diagnosing your own illness without a doctor. Grammar becomes a trap when learners are left alone without guidance. Imagine yourself in a country where English is not spoken there. You are learning English as a second language. Now you gotta observe yourself. You don't have any grammar teacher to help you. You are not into grammar. And you will explore and observe every single thing. It will definitely take time, won't it? So every single thing you gotta observe, research, and then understand. But when you don't have the environment, who will correct you? who will rectify your mistakes. Second option will be that you watch some videos of grammar on YouTube, but obviously you will be learning grammar. So here's the conclusion. In non-native English countries where we are learning English as a second language, grammar is not a trap. It is a lifeline, it is a guidance, it is a help. It is better to select a proper way, which is getting enrolled in any institute where the teacher will help you to understand the grammar rules and you will apply them, and gradually, slowly you will be learning and you will be speaking English. And gradually the day will come, you will be speaking English effortlessly, smoothly. If grammar creates fear and problem, then obviously grammar is not being taught properly there. Grammar should hold your hand, not lock your tongue. Grammar without practice is dead, and practice without grammar is blind. Well, in the end, I will say grammar is not your enemy. Misunderstanding grammar is your enemy.